Happy Friday. Welcome to the Deal Desk where I call your leads live. If you have leads for me to call, you can head over to the reitoolbox.com, submit your leads there. I call them twice. If they don't answer, I move on to the next lead. This is a great place where you can learn, where you can see me get yelled at, overcome objections, get some accepted offers, close some deals. And it's just the best way to learn. There's nothing like live calls. All right, cool. So let's get right into it. The first property is in Tampa, Florida. Duluth. I think that's how you pronounce it, Duluth. Let me see if I can pull this up here. All right, so this is the property. Let's see. So fair shape. Looks like it's in fair shape. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing special about it. Okay. It looks okay. So what's the story with this one, though? So this is listed 229.5. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 1,070 square feet. Great opportunity to own a house in Tampa at a low price and good condition. Currently leased month to month for buyers' convenience. All right, perfect. So this is since this is listed, what area is this? So this street sounds really familiar. Okay, so this is like East Tampa area, north of Ybor, Seminole Heights. Not really Seminole Heights, really more east, closer to the Hard Rock. It's an okay area. It just comes down to the prices. I mean, you know, some people say, oh, it's a bad area. It's really a bad price. It all comes down to a number. At the end of the day, that's what it's all comes down to is a number. And that's why we really just try to collect offers. So they're asking 229. So let me run some quick comps on this, and I'll have an idea of more or less what we can offer. It's a 1,070 square feet built in 1980. The condition is fair, right? So when I'm evaluating properties and comps, I look at bedroom, bathroom, square footage, year built, and that's just how I do it. And I just want to look at comps that are similar when it comes to that. All right, so let me pull up PropStream. Estimated value is 240. They're asking 229. This house is okay shape. Whoa. On the MLS. Oh, this is back 27. Okay. It said 182 days, but that was from a listing back in 2007. Much different time. Much different time. That was way before I even got started. So I think, you know, the condition of this, I think the property, I mean, it's currently leased. I'd like to know what they're paying for rent. Sometimes when you speak with these landlords, they don't really charge market rent. Maybe it's because they've been in there for a very long time. Maybe it's because they're family, friend, or relatives. All right. Like a monthly rent, estimated rent in this area looks like it's 16 around there. Wow. It says 16 on PropStream, but Zillow says around 2,000. So let's see. They're paying flippers around 140, 180. I see some. There is some landlords paying much higher price. Okay. I think we got to be, I mean, this thing's way overpriced. Yeah. Let me look at buying. Yeah, they're estimated. Well, the average price that landlords are paying around 171. So what I'm going to do, I'm just running comps on my end here. There's a lot of landlords here. Okay, so this one's 143. I think we can be around, I think 150. That's what I'm seeing. They're asking way too much. And according to the tax records or the data I see on PropStream, it says they own it 100% free and clear. So let's go ahead and give them a call. This is the agent. Remember, the agent isn't going to accept and sign a contract over the phone on the spot. They're there to collect offers, give you information. So don't try to over negotiate with agents because, they're just going to pass information along. All right, let's go ahead and call this one. MAO 150. Hold on a second. That's why. All right, let's try calling again.
Hello.
Hi, Clara. Clara, can you hear me? Yes, can you hear me? Hello. I'm gonna hang up on her. This happened to me the other day. Let me just make sure. The microphone, that's why. It's connected to my headset. So they can't hear me at all. And I'm not wearing a headset. So let me call right back. Hey, can you hear me now? Sorry about that. Is this Clara? Hi, Clara. My name's Steven. I saw your listing you had on DeLuel Avenue. Are you still accepting offers for this? Great. I just had a few questions. Did I catch you at a good time? Okay, so I have this pulled up. It's a 2 bedroom, 1 bath. It says it's rented month to month. Oh, really? Wow. Okay. Zillow says 2 bedroom. Okay, so it's a 4 bedroom, 2 bath, and each room has a closet, right? Okay. On Zillow, it says it's a 2 bedroom, 1 bath. Hmm. With permits, right? Give me give me 1 second here. Okay, so you said it was the patio, and what was the other one?
It was the lanai and the garage.
The lanai and the garage.
Yeah.
Okay. And how long have the tenants been in there for?
They've been there a long time. I don't have the exact time, but they have been there a long time.
Okay.
And they would like to stay, yeah, if possible.
Okay. Perfect. Is the
Hmm.
seller flexible on the price? Are they motivated?
They're motivated, but they don't want to give it away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I understand. What kind of time frame were they looking to sell?
No, there's no rush.
No rush. Okay. So
Hmm.
we're an investment company. I always tell agents and sellers that, sometimes we're not the best fit, but I didn't realize it was a 4 bedroom, 3 bath, so that kind of changes more or less what we can offer. But I think if we were to make like a cash offer, I mean, we probably be around 190, somewhere around there. Is that something you think your client may be open to?
Uh, can you bring it up to like at least 200?
I'll have to crunch the numbers to see if we can do that. I don't know if we can, but if we can do that, is that something you think they move forward with?
Well, I cannot talk for her because you know how the people are with the property. They think they are best of everything. So
Yeah.
you know. So yeah, I can only present it to them and see what they think.
Sure. Okay. What's your best email? Tampa Bay what? Okay. Perfect. Yeah, that's easier. Okay, great. I'll put
Mhm.
together like a letter of intent, and maybe you can present it to them. When would be a good time for me to check back in with you?
Uh, i- is that okay if I reach out back to you because I need to get an answer? You know, if I don't have an answer, it doesn't matter. You call me.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You send it to me, and when I get an answer from him, then I call you back.
Do you want to just give it to her verbally, or did you want me to like email you something?
No, no. Send me something in writing.
Okay, perfect. I'll have my my partner. I will send that over here shortly. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye. Okay. Well, apparently it's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath. That kind of changes things. So, and it's already leased at $2,000 a month, right? So remember, like landlords, depending on market or most markets, the landlords, the property's got to rent for at least 1% of the purchase price. The property is being rented $2,000, which is not bad. I'm looking at 4-bedroom, 3-bath. I see them selling 210 to 220, so that's good. Man, there's not really many. I mean, there's a few 4 bedrooms. I wish he had a little bit more photos of each room. The house is in good shape. It's okay. I think so they're asking 229. I think that I think we're gonna start at 190, let him counter at 200, and then we'll meet in the middle at 195. I think it's worth it. Who submitted this lead? Darla, you submitted this lead. I would offer $190,000 for this because it's listed. It's listed for 230, right? We don't want to remarket it close to that. And then in regards to the interest, I mean, it's only been under for 2 days. There's already 10 saves. Okay. Yeah, I mean, 200's okay. I want to get a better understanding of what those rooms look like because it doesn't sound like it was done with permits. But if it's rented for 200,000, it may make sense. But you always want to start low, especially when you're making offers to agents. Because she tried countering me right over the phone. Do you think you could do 200,000? I don't want to say yes. I don't want to say no. I just said, well, I got to crunch numbers again, right? Or I got to speak with the team. But you want to start low. So if we're at 190, that's $40,000 less than what it's listed for. Okay. And the property's in good shape and it's rented. So I think that there could be something here. And it's not a bad area. It's not the best area, but it's not a bad area. All right. All right. Cool. That was good. Let's go to the next one. Let's see. We have one in, I think I looked at this one or somebody else, Lamar Street. Let's see. Oh, Marcia, you submitted this. Oh, this one? We spoke with these people, I think, already. They have no interest on it. Oh, you submitted. Okay, never mind. When did you submit this? If they don't answer, remember if the lead doesn't answer, you guys just resubmit it. But I called this one already. All right, cool. Let's go to the next one. Let's see. We have one in Brandon, Florida. Oh, that reminds me, right now, we're looking for 3 more flips in the Brandon, Florida area. Consider me your cash buyer, your VIP cash buyer. Let me actually show you something real quick. We're looking for 3 flips in the Brandon, Florida area. Okay. They have to be a minimum of a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, light to medium rehab. If you are a real estate agent watching or you're a wholesaler, send me anything that fits that criteria. Okay. And, send me something that makes sense. Some people, they'll send me like just stuff that's like, they either have it locked up and it's way overpriced. But this area right here, guys, this area right here, Brandon, Florida. At the time of this live stream, I'm looking for 3 flips, a minimum of a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, light to medium rehabs. I'm not looking to take on zombie houses or, stuff that needs a really heavy rehab. Okay. But add me to your VIP cash buyers list for that. We will, we'll take a look at it and we'll close. Make it make sense though. Don't send me overpriced stuff. All right, let's go to the next one. So the next one is in Brandon, Florida. All right, over there on Bryan Road. Okay. Oh, this is fully renovated. This is fully renovated. I don't know if this was sent to me for me or if this was just one of your leads, but anyways, this property is fully renovated. They got the wooden columns. All right. The kitchen, interesting. It's updated. We can't really add value to this. What are they asking for this? $380. Okay, so this is full market value now. 6 days, 95 saves is crazy. That's not too bad. But investors aren't the ones probably looking at this. Probably a retail buyer. Good sized yard, enclosed patio there. A shed. Hold on a second. How many square feet is this thing? 1590. Okay. I was thinking co-living, but I don't know. I'd have to look at the layout, but the price is a little high. Anyways, let's give them a call. Come see this beautifully maintained 3-bedroom, 2-bath home in the heart of Brandon, situated on nearly half an acre, no CD or HOA. Offers plenty of space both inside out, blah, blah. So I'm going to cut straight to the chase with this because this tells me that this is not for an investor because it's fully renovated. I could be wrong. Maybe somebody's going through a drastic situation. They want to sell very, very quick, but I doubt it. And if somebody flipped this, which I can check real quick if they did, if somebody flipped this, instead of adding this as a seller, this could be added as a buyer. Okay. So let's go ahead and see when did they buy this? They bought this 4 years ago. It wasn't an LLC. It was just a homeowner. Okay. They bought this. Somebody bought it 2004 for $91,000. Then somebody bought it for $344 4 years ago. And now they're asking $380. And I actually think this is priced well for this area. This is a really good area. The ARV is like $375 though. Okay. Well, let's give them a call. If it's an agent and they're looking for a retail buyer, I'm just going to ask if it was an investor. Other than that, I'm not, whenever you look at leads, just because somebody wants to sell doesn't really consider them a lead, right? Everybody would sell. If you called somebody and offered them the right price, everybody would sell. A lot of people say, if you offer me $1 million, I'll sell my house. So not everybody is going to be a motivated lead, right? If you are an investment company, a wholesaler, an investor, a flipper, landlord, you want to get these properties at a discount. All right. So just keep that in mind when looking for this, because if we're looking on Zillow for sale by owner for leads, I wouldn't call this. Sometimes we get inbound leads that looked like this, but the seller was motivated enough to fill out a form. One of them was in Lakeland. The guy was really upset with his agent. He just fired him. He was motivated to sell. It was renovated. He still won a high price, but we're going to get the listing at a lower price. So let me call the agent, Mr. Nowak. Let's give him a call. And I'm just going to cut straight to the chase. So just so I don't waste anybody's time. What do you guys think about
Hi, it's Troy Nowak. How can I help you?
Hey, Troy, my name's Steven. I saw your listing on Bryan Road. Are you still accepting offers for this?
Yes, we are.
Perfect. Somebody sent this to me. I'm a real estate investor. I was looking at this, but I noticed it's fully renovated, so it's not really a flip. Maybe it might be a good rental if it makes sense. Is the homeowner motivated? What kind of time frame are they looking to sell?
Honestly, there's been a ton of interest at this price, and they've declined 10K below list, so not incredibly motivated. It's been like 4 or 5 showings a day.
Oh, that's
but yeah, like 30 days.
Got it. Okay, so they already have 4. You said they already had a few people that offered full asking.
No, we had someone offer 10 below, and they said they wanted to wait because they see the amount of showings.
Okay. Would you by chance know if we can offer full market price if they're open to taking like seller financing for the property?
They're not.
They're just looking for cash?
Yeah, or loan.
Okay. I just didn't want to waste your time because we'd be way below, and it seems like you already have a lot of interest. Do you come across any investment properties in the Brandon area?
I don't.
Okay. All right. Let me when are you looking to take highest and best by?
I mean, we don't have any. We just have the one, so no hurry.
I'd probably be around 330, but I don't know if that's something that they would take considering the amount of interest they have.
No, definitely not.
Yeah. Okay. Well, good luck. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Yeah, we'd be at I mean, there are some landlords buying around 330-ish. But don't spend too much time going after these kinds of properties, guys, because what are we going to do with it? Now, if it's a co-living property, it might make sense, but even co-living properties, it depends. You want to get them around 1,600 square feet. And then when I'm talking to agents, I do a lot of takeaway questions if it just doesn't make sense, and see how they respond. But the seller's not. Seems like they have a lot of interest where they're not going to be motivated to take a low offer. Okay. All right. Awesome. Let's go to the next one. The next one we have, I think I called this one already. Somebody dumped their CRM, all these Tulsa leads. Oh, this one's pending. And I call this one there. They're asking full market value. We called that one already. Why don't we call some lead house leads? Let's call some lead house leads. Let's see. Oh, look at this. Actually, one just came in Moore, Oklahoma. Well, let's see what we got. Let me pull up the property. It looks like there's recent photos on there. It looks like in really good shape. Some people, any form of inbound marketing, I don't, if the house is in great shape, it's in great shape. Sometimes we'll get people that are really motivated. Their house is, it looks renovated. I don't know if that's the case with this one, depending how old these photos are. It says off market, but there's There's some photos here. And then when was this listed? If you're ever on Zillow, a listing removed. Oh, they just took it off the market. So last month they removed it. It looks like it was a pending sale and it didn't go through. And they had this listed for, they listed this back in July for 200, and they dropped the price for 185. Then they dropped the price to 175. Then they dropped the price to 169. Then they just took it off the market. So let me go ahead and call the person. You never know what you're going to get with inbound leads. Let me call from the Oklahoma number. Let me see. Let's see if he picks up the phone. And I'm going to bring it up. Say, hey, this was just listed. What? Hello?
Hello?
Hey, Mr. Adams?
Yes.
Hi, my name's Steven. I think you just filled out a form about your property over there in Fifth Street. Did I catch it at a good time?
Yeah. What's up?
Okay, great. So our process is actually very simple. I just want to ask you a few more questions about it. I'll go and evaluate the area and kind of see what kind of ballpark we can offer you. I want to say it takes 5-10 minutes. Is that okay?
Okay.
Perfect. And just to let you know, we are a real estate investment company. So, sometimes we're a good fit, sometimes we're not. If I'm not a good fit, I'll let you know up front so I don't, waste your time. Okay.
I appreciate that.
No problem. So I have it pulled up here. It's a 3-bedroom, 1 bath.
No, if you pull it up on something else, Zillow's not right.
Oh, it's not. Okay.
Pull it up on Redfin.
Okay. Let me pull it up on Redfin. How many bedrooms and bathrooms is it?
4 bedrooms, 2 baths.
Oh, wow. That's a big difference. Okay. Okay. Pull it up here. Can you tell me a little bit more about as far as the condition and any work it may need?
It's good condition for me. Average condition. I might need a new HVAC system. It's old, and I had it under contract for 175, but it fell through.
Oh, what happened?
The credit, they got a credit ding on the credit popped up out of nowhere and messed me up.
Ah, yeah. Sometimes
Yeah.
happens last minute. Okay. Now
So
there
I've
are.
been getting a lot of offers. I'm sitting on about 5 offers right now,
Mm-hmm.
and the highest one is 138.
138.
Yeah.
Now on Zillow, are these photos recent? It looks renovated.
I don't know what that is. I don't know. Well, I don't know what that is. But
I guess it's
but
not even house then.
it's not. The house is. I've had it for 4 years.
Okay. Okay. So you've had it for 4 years. It says it's active. Let me see here. And the listing just got taken down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So the pictures. So the real estate agent, she took her pictures with her when she left. So those are the pictures of when I don't know. Those are a little bit older pictures.
Okay.
But the house hasn't changed much since I've had it. I put windows in it, and I got the floor. I put flooring in it all through the house, and I put a granite countertop on there, and has a big garage. The garage is 650 square foot. Unusually big garage,
Yeah.
and detached. I was gonna make an ADU out of it. It already has water and power to the garage.
Okay.
It's completely fenced, all 6-foot fence, all wood fence all around the house.
Got it.
Can you see pictures of it on Redfin?
I do. I do see photos on Redfin.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's in great shape. What did you say the age of the roof
Well, I
was?
live here, so the roof. Everybody asks about the age of the roof. It's not a new roof. That's all I'm gonna tell you. The
Is there
roof
a
don't
leak?
leak, but it's not. It's not a new roof.
Okay. Age is unknown.
Unknown age. I didn't know I didn't know what the age of the roof when I bought it.
Oh.
It looked okay to me, so I bought it.
All right.
I
Perfect.
bought the house,
That's
and
cool.
I didn't. I when I bought the house, I just inspected it myself. It looked good, and I bought it. And I had it for 4 years. And the only thing I can say is, the HVAC system is. I should have changed that out, because
Yeah. What's wrong?
that's the only thing I think I. hmm
Something wrong with it?
Yeah, it's nice. It's probably 20 years old.
Oh wow. It's still running?
Yeah. Yeah, it runs, but it's the ductwork. The ductwork is all jacked up in the attic. It's got loose ductwork in the attic and stuff. It needs a new HVAC system and ductwork.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, it seems like a
Yeah.
great house.
Yeah.
What's got you looking to sell it?
Well, I'm 70 years old, so I'm not. I'm trying. I'm trying to travel. I don't work. I'm retired. Trying to do a little traveling, and
Nice.
I got another house, and I can't do much traveling between my two houses. I spend most of my time, fixing stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I like to get rid of one of them, and since I have a tenant in one of them, and then this one is vacant, so I'll sell the one that's vacant.
Got it. What kind of time frame more or less were you hoping to sell?
I'd like to have it sold in 3 days.
3 days. All right.
Yeah. If somebody came along and offered me $140,000 and said, "Let's go to the title company," I would say, "Let's go."
130?
140.
Okay.
I got 5 offers right now from 138 to 130. They're all in the same ballpark. 132, 135, 136, 130, 130, 130, 130, 130, 130. The magic number is 140. 130 ain't the magic number. 140 is the magic number.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm just going to keep calling you guys until somebody give me the magic number and come up with the money, and they can close in a week or so. Then that's what I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna keep on. It's 1,000 people out there buying houses. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'll get one of them that's willing to take a chance and get a little less profit.
So what's more important
Eventually.
to you? Speed or price?
Well, both.
Both.
They're both essential. I need the speed and I need the price.
Man. Okay.
Yeah, I need the speed and I need the price.
What if we can offer you exactly what you want, but in the form of like a down payment and monthly payments? Is that something you might be open to?
No, it's cash.
Just cash?
Cash only.
Mm,
All cash, no financing, none of that.
just cash.
All cash deal, yeah.
Yeah, 140. So do you think it's going to sell to an investor or a homeowner?
It's going to sell to an investor. Investors, like I said, they're very close. They're very close. They right, $2,000 away from the magic number, so it's just a matter of time. Somebody will buy it.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna keep
house.
I'm just gonna keep calling people and getting help, and and then eventually somebody will buy it because it's cheap.
What if it doesn't
Cheap
get the
house.
price you want? What's your plan?
What if it don't sell?
If it doesn't sell at 140, what are you gonna do?
If it don't sell at 140, I'll just keep it. I don't owe any money on the house. The house don't have a mortgage,
Got it.
so I just sit on it. Pay the taxes.
Okay.
Live rent free. I live in one of the bedrooms, and I don't pay a mortgage, so it's just a matter of I can't give the house away, because I'm not, I'm not in foreclosure.
Right.
Now, if I was in foreclosure and I was under the gun, yeah, but that's not the case, sir.
Right. I understand.
So a lot of people are looking for desperate people. They're looking for desperate people.
Right.
The problem with desperate people is, that you got a whole lot of people. You don't have a whole lot more competition. You ain't gonna have a lot of competition with me because I'm not desperate. So I'm not what they're looking for.
Right.
I'm not what they're looking for. I'm not. The minute they find out I'm not desperate, then they don't want to talk to me no more.
It's all in the customer what they want. I'll tell you, 130 sounds about right for an investor. I didn't want to waste your time. And
yeah. 130 is great for the investor.
Yeah.
But I got as high as 138.
That's actually a great
So
offer.
if I get it,
that.
Yeah, that's a great offer, ain't it?
It's like right there.
You know what I mean? So he's right there. So and that's just a few $1,000s more. So so the difference between you making $20,000, the difference between you making 20,000 or 25,000. What's different? You're gonna make a profit. You know what I mean? You're gonna make a profit. So you might not make 30,000, but you make 20. You might just make 15, but you're gonna make a profit. Right?
Yeah, it's
So
not really.
I gotta make a profit too.
You know why
I
they're
paid
130? I'll tell you why. They're offering 130 because it's not really a flip. The house is in good shape. It could rent, but investors usually, they want the property to rent for at least 1% of the purchase price. And it looks like the rent in this area are floating around 1,300. So that's probably why they're in that 130 range. More than likely.
Well, I had this house rented for $1,500 a month.
Wow, how long?
I had a tenant in here for 50. But he stayed here over a year. I kicked him out.
Recently?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, 1,500.
Yeah, $1,500 a month. This house would rent like I ain't got no problem getting money for this house. It's in a great location. And it's on the corner lot, right down the street from school, right next to a park, so, it's great rental. And then that garage, I'm going to turn that garage into a livable space.
He's not motivated.
And I can rent that out.
Even if it doesn't sell,
separately. It has its own garage. It has two driveways. This house has two driveways. I don't know if you can see it or not.
Motivated, but
see it?
Follow up.
It has two driveways. A driveway to the house and a driveway to the garage. That's a circular driveway, and you can circle around, through that driveway.
Yeah.
So the front house can have its own driveway, and then that garage can turn it into a livable space, and then they can have their own driveway right there. They can have their own backyard, everything. The lot's big enough to have two backyards.
Can we take a look at it? Is that possible? Can we schedule an appointment?
Well, are you in Oklahoma City?
My partner's over there. They're actually in Bartlesville, but I have agents, so we work with a lot of agents in the area that we used to purchase properties. They're in Oklahoma City. I'm not there right now, but they usually like to meet with the homeowner, walk the property, and then we'll give you our best offer down to the penny. And if it makes sense, it makes sense. If it doesn't, I don't want to waste your time.
Yeah, well, I would say no because I don't think you guys are gonna give me what I want. You know what I mean? You're gonna be right in that 130, and it's just a waste of time for me. You know, if just talking to me, you thought, 140 sounds about like something we could do, I would say yes, but you're not going to talk me into nothing less than that. So I don't want to waste your time or nobody's time,
Okay. No, I respect that. So yeah. What I'll do, I'll just check with my team either way. If we can do it, I'll call you back and let you know if we can't. I'm not going to waste your time. I think 138 is a great offer.
Yeah, you can't. I'm pretty sure you can't do it. It's got to be somebody who got some cash and who willing to take a chance. And you guys y'all running on a tight system where you don't have a lot of room for error. Then you don't want to do this deal because it ain't that kind of deal.
Yeah,
this is the kind of deal where you got to have imagination.
The only
you got to have an imagination.
Yeah, the only way we could pay 140 is seller financing, but I know that's not something that you're interested in.
That ain't something I'm gonna do. I'm never gonna finance I'm not no bank, and I'm never gonna give anybody control of my house. I'd rather rent it to somebody because I don't want to be trying to foreclose on nobody.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's too many problems.
Okay,
with that. Well, I can kick a tent.
I appreciate your time. Good luck, and then if anything changes, give us a call back.
Yeah, sure will. Thank you.
Thanks, sir. Have a good weekend.
Bye-bye.
Motivated enough. And listen, not all of them are going to be motivated, right? So if they're not motivated, they're not motivated. If if someone's like 10 grand apart, we always do an in-person appointment. Now, I don't live in Oklahoma City, but we work with investor-friendly agents that do. And then they go meet with a homeowner and they negotiate. We've sent investment appointment agents, investment appointments with agents, and maybe the homeowner's at 200, and they say, well, I won't take anything less than that. The agent went out there and they get it way less because of rapport. In person is always a lot more powerful than over the phone. Actually, starting out, I only went in-person appointments. I didn't even know how to close deals or doing the art of closing deals over the phone. But you have to make sure that you spend the right time with the right people. And this is why one of those questions you want to ask is, what happens if you don't sell the price you want? Well, I'll just keep it. Well, that tells me he's not really motivated. He wants to sell, right? So that's one of the two check boxes. He wants to sell, but does he need to sell? He does not need to sell. Okay. But, good conversation. All right, let's go to another one here. Let's see what else we got. Let me see. Oh, we haven't have the AI stuff. All right, cool. Let's look at Mrs. Amanda here. Is it Bearden? All right, so this one is in Illinois. It's a big house, a big yellow house. Okay. I can't even, sometimes when you look up a property on Google, it'll show the thumbnail of the property. But then when you put it on Zillow, it won't show anything. And that's usually because it's the middle of nowhere. But that happens sometimes, right? That's just how it is. So I looked up the property, and it just shows me this. That's all it shows me. Maybe it's this right here. I don't know. Let's take a look. And with these leads, that are in the middle of nowhere, don't disqualify them. Do not say, oh, this isn't a good lead and I'm not going to call it or just forget about it. There are leads that are in the middle of nowhere that want to sell at a discount. But this is where we do novations, right? We have one in DeQuincy, Louisiana that, we locked it up as an ovation, but we sold it as an assignment. We didn't even have to list the property, right? But we were prepared to list it just in case there wasn't, if it's in the middle of nowhere, there's not going to be too many investors. Sometimes it's not even an investor that buys it. Maybe just somebody wants to buy it cash. And that's already assigned and it's scheduled to close in when she vacates the property. And that lead came from Lead House 365. I can't tell you guys how important it is to speak with people that want to sell, even in the middle of nowhere. So let me find out the information about this lady. This is in Monmouth, Illinois. Okay. She's asking $220. I see it sold for $220. Okay. She can't afford it. The property's not in the MLS. She wants to sell it ASAP. Okay. Well, I need to know a little bit more about her and her situation, because let me actually pull this up on PropStream and see what comes up and see if there's any comps. Sometimes you get a property like it's in the middle of nowhere, like nowhere. There's not even, some areas, there's not even a sale in the last 12 months. This one isn't the case. Okay, so this property, there's some old photos from, let me see. This is sold, this is 2017. Estimated value is $273. She's asking $220. If it's in a rural area, you want to extend the distance, right? Sometimes I even go out 5 miles. So this one's a little bit on the outskirts of the town. She's asking way too much. How much does she owe? Well, it's free and clear. Looks like she just bought it cash. Okay. Well, let's give her a call and let's see what the situation is. Mrs. Bearden. I don't know. I'll just call her Mrs. Amanda. All right. Let's see what she says. I think that's her house right there. If you are, we're doing
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to...
At 1:30, we have a call after this, so if you're in there, I'll see you after as well. All right, let's call her one more time, and we'll call the next one. If you have any questions, drop them in the chat. Guys, I'm going to be doing a PropStream giveaway soon. Stay tuned for the details. PropStream giveaway.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach...
All right, so this one didn't answer. So we're going to move her over here. Let's see. All right, so this one is in Denver, Colorado. Denver, Colorado. Oh, this is nice. Denver's another good market. So this is a condo. Let me see. I don't know how recent these photos are, but it's not on the market. It says off market, but there's photos. So we got to see, was this listed recently? And I always bring that up because it is a great negotiation point. Because if somebody's asking close or more than what the failed listing was, they're going to be stuck for a while. This house looks like it's in fair shape. Okay, now how recent were these photos? Let's go to the listing history. This is 2019. So, all right, so let's see what the situation is with this. So, asking price 2, probably meant 200,000 or more. Condition needs some work. Reason for selling, offload property. Okay. Let me just give him a call, see what happens here. And then I'm going to start running some comps.
Hello?
Hi, Mrs. Tate.
Hi, yes.
Hi, this is Steven. Looks like you filled out a form about your property in South Syracuse Way, your apartment G.
Sure.
I catch it a good time?
Mhm. Well, yeah,
Do you have a few minutes, 5-10 minutes?
sure.
Okay, great. So our process is actually very simple. Just want to ask you a few questions about it, and then I'll go ahead and evaluate the area, see what kind of ballpark we can offer you. Takes about 5 minutes.
Before any of this, are you guys cash offers or do you guys find investors? How does this work?
Yeah, it's a cash offer. We can usually close in 30 days or less. And I always tell people we're investors because, if I'm not a good fit, I'll let you know up front so I don't waste your time. Just depends on the condition and the details. Is that fair?
Sure.
Okay, great. Now I pulled the property up here. I saw some photos on Zillow. Are these recent photos? Does it still look like that?
Probably not. It's been fully updated. New vanities in both bathrooms, new mirrors, new tile floors, vinyl planking, quartz countertops,
Mhm.
and everything's pretty much brand new.
Okay, everything's brand new. What's got you looking to sell the property? Seems like a great property.
Um, um, I'm probably gonna move out of state, and I don't really want to hold this, come back and forth, do all that. It would be a great rental. I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I'm like a 50-50 right now, whether I want to hold it or not.
Mhm.
What else? I mean, it's 2 bed, 2 bath. Yeah, I mean, there was a break in an HOA pipe that happened
Oh,
a couple years ago. That's been repaired, no issues since. About 8 months ago, there was an issue with the neighbors' plumbing, and so we had some water from him. That's since been mitigated and fixed and repaired. And just kind of decided to finish the project, and like I said, either I'm going to probably keep it or rent it. But that's just kind of where I'm at now. The HOA is great. The HOA is actually really good. HOA is still under 400, which is great considering Colorado is like Florida, Texas, and Cali, where our insurance is going up. But
yeah.
yeah, I mean,
It's a great house. Do you have a garage or is it carport parking?
no, it's just not off street parking. I mean, it's a big complex with a lot of parking. I've
Yeah.
never had issues. I've had roommates. No one's had a problem parking, so not worried about that.
Okay. What kind of time frame were you looking to sell?
Probably by the end of the year.
Okay.
If I do, otherwise I'll just rent it. But yeah,
Got it. And then what were you looking at lease sell for?
What was I looking at? What for? Sorry.
What were you looking to sell the property for?
295.
295. Okay. So
Yeah, I've done my research, obviously. So yeah, I mean, there's some other places in there for sale. 1-1s, 2-1s, 2-2s go. I do know that. There's no 2-2s on. They do go. So I mean, it's a large room. I mean, it's built in 96. So the master is massive, huge walk-in. I mean, you can easily fit a king with a dresser and a desk. I mean, it's huge. So yeah, just kind of. But I'm more than happy to meet you, walk the property or whatever you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 290, I think that's more of a retail price. How did you get to that price? Did you see any comparable condos in the area that sold for that?
Yeah. Oh, comparable condos. Yes. So by the way, I'm a real estate agent. I do this for a living.
Oh, perfect.
So
makes it easier.
Yeah. I mean, I do this for a living. I know I'm listing it pretty low at that point. And I just, it's all been updated, all brand new stuff. I'm just looking for a good buyer. I know what I'm doing. I probably could get a little bit more for that.
Area sold for
Than that.
She's at
that
290, and she said pretty low.
But
She's not
obviously, I'm not
and she's a
dumb.
realtor.
I know that condos sit for a little bit longer than singles, right? So yeah, I mean,
Got it. Well, I'll tell you what. A cash offer, I don't want to waste your time with that. We wouldn't be anywhere near that. But I did want to ask you, if we can pay you a higher price, closer to full market value, would you consider seller financing the property?
no.
You're just looking for cash?
Yep. I will. If I'm going to do it, I'm walking. Otherwise, I'll just rent it. I mean, it rents. I know what it rents for. I mean, I pretty much had it rented.
Yeah.
So the rent is great. I'm not. Yeah.
What do you think you could rent it for? What do you think it would rent for?
I had, what was it? One of them was 11, 12, 20, about 23, 24.
Okay. Yeah, typically, at least for us, we typically pay when we buy a property, we typically want it to rent for 1% of the purchase price. So I wouldn't be a buyer at your 298. If we can pay you cash, what do you think would be the best price you can do?
If you could pay me cash, I'd probably take 275.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't think it would be a good fit. I appreciate your time. If anything changes, please give us a call
Sure.
back.
Sure. Yeah. What's the name of the company?
Name of our company?
Yeah. Got it. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yeah. What would you offer cash? Just curious.
I mean, unless I'm seeing something here, because I'm looking at the comps, but the highest sold that I see, at least, it sold in February of this year for 255, and it's identical. Now, if it's a rental, we would pay a lot more. It's not really like a fixer up or anything, but we would probably be below at least that, much more below that.
Yeah.
So I always tell people up front, I'm not going to try to force a deal that doesn't make sense.
Sure.
We'd probably be around
No problem at all.
225 though.
You what?
We'd probably be around 225. I don't know if that's something that would even make sense to you.
Oh no! I mean, there's no point. Yeah,
A little
that
too
would
far
just be
apart.
silly of me.
Yeah,
A little too silly for me. Okay, thank you.
Have a good weekend.
Thanks. Okay, bye. You too. Bye.
A little too silly for her. What's a little silly is that she's asking 290, and the highest sold was 255, and it's in the same complex. That's what's a little silly. And she's an agent. I mean, listen, she should just list it, or she should just rent it. But I mean, just asking too much. Just asking too much. Now she does want to sell, but the time frame is at the end of the year, right? So she wants to sell, but she doesn't need to sell. She said, I'm 50-50 on renting the property out. I mean, she should just keep it rented out if that's the case. Awesome. So, guys, make sure if you find anything in the Brandon, Florida area, we're looking for 3 flips. Consider me your cash VIP cash buyer. We'll close quick. Make sure the numbers make sense. You can hit me up on social media. If you're in the community, just shoot me a message, okay? And also, if you're in the community, in my community, I'm going to see you in 30 minutes, and we're going to call some of your leads and talk shop here. But guys, other than that, have a great weekend. Take care. Go make